In June, I think right around the 1st of June, 2000, Lower Class Brats dropped an album called The Plot Sickens. And it had been a fair minute since I had listened to this record. What's up, guys? So we just partnered up with Dead and Buried Inc. out of LA. So if you have a band or a small business, maybe an event coming up, and you need merch, hit these dudes up. There's a link in the description. If you mention that you got there via the Punk Rock Review, you'll get 10% off of your first order. But it's super high quality screen printing, embroidery. They do shirts, hats, hoodies, skateboards, bags, whatever you want printed, they can handle it, all right? They're also a small business, and they're part of the punk rock community. They're my friends. So this is a partnership that's very important to me. If you need merch, hit these dudes up. Check them out. You won't be disappointed, all right? Back to the video. I was so mad at myself for not spending more time with it. I understand that this isn't really your jam necessarily. Holy shit, this album is so good, dude. Like, it's just so good.
I actually enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
so, okay.
Once I got into it, you know, it's like anything else. You got to break the seal a little bit, and you're like, all right,
Right.
now I'm on the ride. You know.
Well, not only that, but like, if you didn't like it in 1995 or 2005 or 2010, who knows, man? This is exactly why I listen to all kinds of records that I don't normally pick out. I go, oh, this is obscure for me. Let's go there, because I don't know.
Totally.
But I just talked to Bones. I got that episode's dropping. I guess by the time people watch this, it'll be a few days ago. But like tomorrow, the one with him, and I couldn't find The Plot Sickens like on Spotify or anything. So I'm gonna upload it to my channel just to let people hear it. But
Sure.
probably right before the interview with him goes live. But it is a pretty robust album. It's 13 tracks. It's probably hovering somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 minutes in length. I don't have an exact runtime for you, but
yeah,
this is like, what do I call this? I want to call it like
it's street punk.
It's like grade A street punk. Like, it's okay. There's a lot of street punk that you can go, hey, give me 10 street punk albums and just grab 10 of them out of a bag. Dude, there's a pretty high chance that you might get some hot garbage in there, because there's a lot of it. There's a lot of it that are really young kids, poor recording equipment, no experience writing songs yet, so they just don't have. So like, this is very clearly not any of that.
Right.
Good. They know their lyrical style. They know their musical style. They got the recording down by this time.
Yeah.
The quality of the songs are good. A lot of so, okay, as an example, when I talked to Bones, this isn't really whatever. I told him, like, hey man, when I was younger, I kind of passed up on Lower Class Brat stuff because of the imagery. And this record is an example of why I'm so irritated that I did that, because back then I only had a couple of albums that were at my disposal anyways, and the ones that I could afford, I had to go with a different record because I had to guess, basically. But I saw them play in my 20s quite a bit because they were all around Texas all the time.
Yeah.
But this album is great, man. So was this your first time listening to it?
Again, like yes, like a proper listen for sure. Yeah, definitely. I mean, growing up, there's always probably some punk dude or punk house or something where this was probably spinning, and but no, I thought it was quite enjoyable, actually. It's a very straight ahead rock and roll type of fucking street punk record.
Very rock and roll, very rock and roll, in your face, like
glammy at some points. Very like 77 style,
a lot. Okay, very heavy on the 77 style
influences. Stiff Little Fingers, Clash, all that shit. But yeah, no, I thought it was good. I did see that a couple of members of this band were in bands you talked about from Texas, the Strap-Ons, I think.
I'm not sure, dude. I don't have a lot of history on this band, honestly.
No.
Whenever
they were in the Strap-Ons, yeah.
The Strap-Ons became Complete Control, who I really, really like.
Yeah, right. And then that band. So there's some kind of a connection between Complete Control, Strap-Ons, and Lower Class Brats.
Let me let him out of here. I'm so sorry.
I think they share members. No, it's okay.
All right, big guy. Crazy dog. Sorry,
No, you're fine.
dude. It's like every time I film now, it's like, what do you want? Somebody needs something. Yeah, dude. All the bands that we just mentioned, the Strap-Ons and Complete Control. Like I don't know if you watched my top Texas bands video, but Complete Control is one of my favorites, dude. They didn't have a lot of stuff out there, but that band, they have a very similar vocal style to Pistol Grip, and I love Pistol Grip.
Yeah,
So
Pistol Grip is good. Pistol Grip is good. I like I said, Pistol Grip. I really enjoy that songs in C sharp, whatever the hell.
that's like an underrated album. That one might end up on Deep Cut soon.
I mean, I think it's I don't want to use the word experimental, but it's different than a straight ahead street punk.
That's what I'm saying. It's got like it's got a little. It's like almost touching the Cold Oi sound a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
isn't that wild?
Yeah, which I love that. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like all the reverb on the guitars and melodic but dark.
Dark is the right word.
A little bit artsy, just a little bit.
Yeah. I like that, man. This album was very fast, very in your face.
Yeah.
It was I don't know, man. So I wrote down a couple of songs. Oh, very, very much filled with attitude, man. Insult to Injury, Sex and Violence, Psycho, and The Hand We're Dealt are all songs that, like, okay, full disclosure, every single song on this record I like. Like, there wasn't anything that I would want to skip or cut from it. But those four were probably my favorites on the album. But I really like his vocal style. It's very mid-range. Like, there's not like a high-pitched snarl to it, but it's also not like some low gurgle. It's like a real good mid-rangey. You can hear what he's saying, but he's clearly yelling it.
Yep.
Very, very solid vocal performance. I liked all the songs that had guitar leads in them. I'm a guitar lead guy. I like Chuck Berry's one of my favorite guitar players, so I like that twangy rock and roll guitar sound is like my jam. That's why I like Lars Fredrikson's guitar playing so much. He very much models himself after Chuck Berry and maybe a little bit of the stuff that Motorhead was doing, but not really in the lead department, more so the riffage.
The riffage, yep, for sure.
But what you like or dislike about this record? Anything in particular?
I like the straightforwardness of it. I like the fact that it's kind of just like, no frills rock and roll record, and
I do too.
And I mean, it's in stark contrast to J Church, right? I mean, it's like
honestly, yes.
Like on the one hand, or anything like that, or it's not. It's like the antithesis of that, It's like if this is this is that, Which,
dude, I mean, look, dude, how funny is it that these two records came out around the same time and they so absolutely represent you and I so well, because they do.
Right. There's some crossover there. We both, I mean, it's like it's a Venn diagram, and at times, I mean, I was thinking about it too when I was listening to this band. I'm like, you know what, like. There's a high probability that a band like this shared a stage with J Church at one point, right?
Oh, dude, yeah, I would think
Rancid and J Church played shows together. Why wouldn't they? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's kind of like back then. You didn't really separate as much by these like scenes and genres. Like,
no, there was no reason to.
A pop punk band would play with like a fucking 77 street punk band, or like fucking ska band. Like everyone just played together, man. And that was the beauty of it, though. But like. I don't know if you were a kid and you remember this, but like growing up in California, it's like I'm 15, 16, my mom drops me off at a show. Not 16. I was probably like 15. But my mom would drop me off at like the teen center. I'd be at the show and I'd get a ska band, I'd get a pop punk band, I'd get a hardcore band. Like I get everything, in the span of like one night. And I'm just like, this is so cool, Anyway.
I have a poster on my wall at my store, and I think it's from 2001. I might be wrong on the year, but it was when I was still a teenager. And it's Mighty Mighty Boss Tones headlining. Fucking Sum 41 and Flogging Molly were the opening acts.
It should have been the other way around, man. Wait, no. I take that back.
No. No, dude, Boss Tones were headlining that tour. How crazy! Right. How crazy is that? That at some point those two bands opened up for Boss Tones. When right now I would say that those two bands are far bigger.
Right? Yeah.
But
that's kind of what. Yeah.
That was a really, really, really good show. I remember that. But that's an example of like a night where you get an incredibly diverse lineup.
Yeah.
And a band like Lower Class Brats would have fit right in on this, man. But I like the fact that this is a just rebellious, straight to the point. Like there's still storytelling. It's funny because you can actually take the lyrics to The Hand We're Dealt and Psycho. And if you reworked them a little bit, you could put those behind a softer, more I don't know what you call it, J Church's sound, okay? It would fit just fine because topically they're very similar. It's just the delivery is far different, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I mean, I couldn't tell if this band was apolitical, political. But I kind of feel like
no, they're snotty in your face. Like you, dude, it's crazy. I had to cut a part out of the interview because, and I'm not going to tell anybody what it was either. You can ask me all you want. I'm not going to tell you, but like, I made an executive decision just because it was a joke, but it would have ruffled some feathers. But he straight up says on the interview, like, "Hey, dude, punk rock is a inherently liberal movement. Like, if you can't get behind that, like, you know, we were talking about how all this like alt-right punk shit, quote unquote, is such a crock of shit because it just doesn't exist. Like it's just not real. You can't have those beliefs and views and be into punk rock. You just can't. Like
the conservative punk thing to me makes no sense at all.
It's so weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm like how can you do you listen to the words in the songs you like, bro, by the artists you listen to?
Their whole thing, in my opinion, at least as far as I can understand it, is that they're taking it as counterculture equals punk when that's not what it is. Because right now, conservatism or whatever the word is, that conservative lifestyle, it kind of is counterculture because the world as a whole sees that as kind of like nonsense, and so those people aren't the majority at this point, and they're not the people that are talking. They're not controlling the media and this and that, right? But that doesn't mean it's bad that they're not in charge. That I personally like that, but it is kind of counterculture. But that doesn't mean it's punk rock. Like punk rock stands for something. You know, counterculture and punk aren't interchangeable. You can't just switch those words in and out, and it means the same thing. That's not true. Like anything can be counterculture. You could call a Christian is counterculture if you want to be honest about it. That doesn't mean it's punk rock. So,
yeah, I mean.
Those people are weird, dude. They're deluded, bro. They're like, it drives me nuts, man.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. But no, I did some songs that stuck to mind on this record for me. Airwave Raid, I like that.
Oh yeah.
Of course, the first song, Sex and Violence, Beat of a Different Drum, was also
okay. Yeah, very good song.
Those are the three that stuck out to me the
most.
On the record, but I really enjoyed it. It was a very quick listen compared to obviously.
That's the thing is after listening to J Church for a little while, like going and getting a good fast 30-minute rock and roll record is going to be like a pretty nice change of pace, I would think.
For sure.
Yeah, dude. I really enjoyed the record. I listened to it a few times because I was like, man, I hadn't heard this in a while, and I actually just got a let's see. Well, I'm not going to waste your time looking for it, but somewhere around here I have a CD copy of it that I just bought.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. Because I was at that. Dude, I don't know where the hell it went. It might be at my store. I was listening to it this weekend at the shop, but I was at the show. I went and saw Lower Class Brats with Coffin Cats, the Drowns, and Liberty and Justice. Dude, it was shoulder to shoulder packed from the opening band. Like it was crazy, bro. And dude, they are so good still. Lower Class Brats, like they're so good at playing.
They still got it,
bro. When I was young, I would see them play all the time, and I wasn't, like I said, I used to kind of dismiss them based solely on the cover art or the artwork would being associated with the Clockwork Orange stuff. It just wasn't my jam. But even back then, I remember having a good time at the shows, and I probably should have just invested. Whatever. I don't know. It just feels weird. Okay. There's these bands that I should have listened to all this time, and
what do you mean should have, man? It happens when it happens. Should have.
I mean, yes, that's true. I'm just saying, like I look at it and go, damn, I should have been listening to them this whole time, bro. Like, I shortchanged myself on that, but
you're pretty dude, of those stuff,
The I literally, I think I give this album like a 9.5 because it's exactly what I want. Like, there's the only thing out of it that I wish I could get out of it is a little bit more
songs.
Do what?
Like you want it to be longer.
I wanted it to have 17 more songs. No, I was thinking that if it had a little bit maybe like one good, like chanty, anthemic. They don't really do the anthemic stuff. They're not like
Nah.
they don't. You know, they're more of a straight up rock and roll in your face. They got a
There's
little
some woes in
background.
there. They got some woes.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But I wanted like a big chanty anthemic song. But like that's really me reaching. Like that's me going, okay, what can I make a complaint out of to not warrant a 10 out of 10? And I
9.5
think
is
it's
not
dude,
damn it perfect.
it is damn near perfect. I mean, the record is awesome. You have to really dig deep, in my opinion, to find a complaint. And this is the kind of record you could put on at a party. It's great background music. You can put it on when you're hanging out with your buddies doing something. This is a really great kind of this kind of music in general is really great when you're driving, especially if you're not driving long distances, you're going somewhere. It's cool to like cruise down the neighborhood or whatever, go down to whatever, go to the store, blasting some fucking lower class Brats with the windows down. People are like, what is this dude listening to? You're like, that's right, motherfucker. Like shit you don't like. Fuck out of here. I remember distinctly listening to like street punk music really, really loud. Like US Bombs used to really rile people up. People were like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm like, fucking
his voice his voice is very, like snotty kind of snarl.
I'm a snarly vocals type dude. I love the like Richard from Bullshit Detector, Tim and Lars, dude, Dwayne Peters. These are my favorite vocalists, dude.
Yeah.
But then I also kind of like I like pretty singers because I like Jack Dalrymple and Brian Fallon from Gaslight is like probably my favorite singer.
Jack's got a great voice.
Oh, his voice is so good, dude. But I like Bones' vocals a lot, actually, man. Like I had forgotten that he had a kind of a good mid-range, throaty, ballsy vocal style.
Yeah, it's very snotty. it's very fuck you. You know what I mean? Which is cool. It's I like that about it.
You can tell when you listen to him talk. Like he's a really fun dude to talk to. Like we got along immediately. Like we don't know each other like that.
Sure.
You would know it. He's super cool, man. Shout out Bones. That guy was
he the
so
vocalist?
rad.
He's the vocalist.
Yeah.
Right.
The one of the dudes, Ron Conflict from Final Conflict, plays with them too.
Oh, we played with them not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get Ron to come on the show. He was really cool. We talked in the at the show for a little while before I went home.
They're from Southern California, though.
Well, if you listen to according to Bones, they are always will and always have been a Texas band because they're from Texas. They started in Austin.
They might have moved.
They moved to California like way later. I thought they moved there early in their career, but it was way later in their career. Okay. And Bones is like, no, we are a Texas punk band. I was so proud. Like, let's fucking go, dude.
No, I was talking about Final Conflict.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I think they are a California band.
Yeah.
I'm over here tripping out about Texas. Fucking
Texas, bro. Let's go.
Man, look, ain't no place perfect. It's not, including Texas, but
right.
I like my home. Like I can't imagine not being able to look, I'm not like a redneck type. I like guns because I like to protect myself. So I can't imagine being in a place where I couldn't have guns and not be too concerned about it.
I mean, people have them here too. It's just not like the South where you fucking.
I was going to tell you it's not the same because it's not.
Yeah.
Like we literally have like sheriffs that'll come to your house and like tell you like, hey, if somebody comes in your yard and they're starting a ruckus, just blow their fucking brains out and give us a call. It's like, fuck yeah, man. Like you don't come to my house and start shit. Like I also am all for like some kind of like everybody doesn't have a gun. I'm okay with that too. Like I'm only into guns because I want to protect my family because everybody's got them. I'm also okay with if like how London does it, although they got a lot of knife crime out there, but
yeah, people get stabbed a lot in the UK.
Right. I don't know that there is a really good answer to all this. I think their guns are kind of a necessity in our country right now. But if there was a way to fix that and get rid of all of it, I am for that. I want to be very clear that if there was a way we could do that realistically, I would sign that dotted line. I have no problem with that. But Texas is a weird place, man.
Well, we all got to be from somewhere.
I don't have a whole lot else to say about these records, man. It was a good listen. Okay. So, what about? I got 2 records that hit 25 years this year that I didn't even think about, dude. I just happened to see them and was like, "Whoa!"
What do you got?
Okay, I got a band that I notoriously don't like, so I'm kind of excited to dive in.
Okay.
15.
Oh wow.
Okay. The album is called Survivor. It came out in 2000. and then we got one that I am 100% sure you'll like. Horsebox came out in 2000.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah,
Let's go, dude! I love that record so much.
it's a very good record. It's
So,
probably
like,
my favorite Leatherface record.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Actually,
Spoiler
no,
alert,
it's not.
folks.
It's Mush. Mush is my favorite Leatherface record.
Well, spoiler alert, people. We're gonna give that one a glowing review. I would think.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get some.
Hey, buddy.
Parker.
Yeah, it is Parker. What you doing, Crazy Bear? You didn't get it for him?
Oh no.
You can go grab it for him.
By the way, it's still out of time.
Okay, just bring it to me.
All right.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. So, what was the other one you said? Mush.
Mush was their like that's their like highly acclaimed record.
Okay. I don't even know if I've ever heard Mush. I've heard Cherry Knoll. I've got. I've got.
I did not know it was that late. I did not know it was this late.
It's okay.
You haven't heard Mush, dude? You gotta.
I don't know if I've heard Mush or not. If I haven't, I will listen to it soon.
Oh, you're gonna fucking lose your mind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. That came out in '91, and it's the perfect album. It's to me like a 10 out of 10 record.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I love this band, so I'm not shocked that they have an album that's a 10 out of 10. But
it's one of my favorite punk rock albums of all time. If yeah, it's like top like 3 for me for sure.
That's crazy.
Listen to it, man. I'm telling you.
That's crazy. That's your top 3 ever.
Leatherface Mush, man. It's iconic. And like the way it's produced, the guitars, like the songwriting, the length, like it's a perfect album, man.
That's wild.
It's I mean, like Horsebox is great too. It's just a different band. Like, you know, it came out much later than Mush did.
That's nuts, dude. I'll check that out for sure. So,
please,
yeah, Leatherface Horsebox, Leatherface Horsebox. Good grief, 15 Survivor, coming up in a couple of weeks. I got to do next week. Me and Rob are doing Mr. T Experience, and I think the Queers. So some Ramones core stuff. So
we should do one stream with you, me, and Rob.
I was running that by him. We got to figure out a day sometime in April because that'll be my 2-year anniversary for the channel.
Yeah. And then maybe, you know, we just like shoot the shit about, I don't know.
We'll just talk about punk rock for like an hour. It wouldn't be hard.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Cool. Awesome.
Pick a topic and just kind of vamp on it, you know?
Dude, we all 3 have very different styles within the same, you know, big group of bands. So it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah, dude. Well, I got some packing to do and I still got to film this record haul. It's going to trip people out a little bit, but yeah, man, I'll talk to you soon, bro. And I'll shoot you some messages when I'm in LA, and then we'll figure out when I can come out to your part of the country. Oh, he's out. Can you hear me? There we go.
No, I pulled my headphones out and muted. No, yeah, let me know, dude, when you want to come, and I'll make the time.
In between Punk Invasion and Punk Rock Bowling, let's like look and see what's going on out in that area, and we'll see what we can figure out. And if I can do it on like a 2-day thing, you think I could crash at your pad for one night?
I'll have to talk to my housemate about that.
Okay. But, if not, I should know in advance so I can get a hotel or something. But if it's a hotel, it'll probably be like one night. If it's, you know, I'm not tripping. It ain't no thing. But you know, I just
what were the dates again? My bad.
I don't know yet. Whatever dates you want. Just
okay.
Yeah, like summertime, sometime in the summer. Whenever a good show would be.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I mean, if I need to get a hotel room, I get a hotel room. I ain't tripping. The more places I can go and save money, the more places I can visit. So I'm just always thinking like that. But I genuinely not tripping, dude. I don't want to impose, and I certainly don't want to make I forgot you had a roommate.
That makes sense. I just don't live alone. That's the problem. Right? I need to check.
No, for sure, bro. I completely forgot you had a roommate. All right, everybody. We're going to be back with Leatherface and 15, and then look out for me and Rob doing some Ramones core stuff, and then I'll be vlogging the crap out of LA, vlogging out of Las Vegas, and then eventually I'll be up in the Bay Area hanging out, visiting places that, like, dude, I got to go see some of these places that are in Rancid songs. Like, I just want to go stand on the corner and take photos. Like, dude.
I'll take you. I'll take you to all
Let's
go.
Let's go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us a little while. Have a great night. We'll see you soon. Take it easy. Keep us easy.
Peace.
Peace.